Different groups within organisations will often have their own Hilltop files, and you might want to view the data all together. Surface water and water quality data, for instance. Hilltop programs can read from several data files at once and bind them together so they appear to be one file. The tree control shows the sites and measurements from all the files and the start and finish times of the earliest start time and the latest finish time from the bunch of files that you've merged. You put the files together using a file DSN, and this is a thing, or more technically a data structure, that contains information about the database you want to connect to. A file DSN is a DSN in a text file, which means you can write it in a text editor like Notepad. The properties in the file can be grouped into sections, and these have the section name written in square brackets. This one tells Hilltop to connect to a Hilltop server on the net. Properties consist of name-value pairs with an equal sign between the name and value. This here gives the instruction to merge the files. Next, you list the data files that you want to merge, naming them File 1, File 2, and so on. They need to be sequential or the software will stop looking for the files. And we'll just type our last one in here, and then that's it. Now you just need to save your file. Don't use the default extension because that will be a TXT for a text file. It's got to have a .dsn extension. If you save your file DSN in the same location as the files you're merging, you don't even need to type the file path, as Hilltop will use the drive and directory of the file DSN. Because we saved greenstream.dsn in the same folder as the files that we're putting in the DSN, we can just type the file names. You can go up and down directory paths too. Say for example the water quality archive was kept in a subfolder of the data file. You basically just need to keep anything that isn't common, so here you'd type this. You can go the other way too. Say the telemetry file is kept in a different subfolder. You type 2 dots to tell the directory to go down a level. The advantage of using relative paths, apart from less typing, is that the file DSN will still work if you move the file and its data to another place. You can merge any files that Hilltop can read, including file DSNs. Say you want to merge your data with that of your neighbours. This would do it, but we could write it a little differently to future-proof ourselves. Here, each file is put into its own section. This way, you only have to maintain the one file rather than all three. You open your file DSNs in Hilltop just like any other file. This is an example of a merged file DSN we use here at Hilltop. It's designed to grab water quality data from Lawa, and we now have access to data from sites, 16,533 of them to be exact, all around New Zealand. That will have given you ideas as to what you can do with the merge functions. For more information, there is an accompanying ebook called Other People's Data.